This is Morgan Cage, gun captain of FEMA Containment Team Yeti, reporting from Zone E, formerly known as Black Rock City. Scout teams have retrieved the following reel-to-reel recording from an empty RV filled entirely with grappa and duck rillettes. I present the unaltered recording below.
Hello, this is Le Monde buffet page correspondent G. Ormond. I'm coming to you live, sandals on the ground as they say, with an in-person episode exposing the dark pork belly of the Burning Man Festival. My peacock-feathered RV is chock full of desert sundries and necessary provisions. 1 bottle of water? Check. Yoga mat? Check. Duck? Check. Tallow? Check. Grappa? Check. Check indeed. I'll be going around for the next few days, gripping my grappa, talking to all the weird and wonderful people I see. I shan't be G. Ormond here on the playa, buffet correspondent of Le Monde. During this sojourn into the impossible, I'll be using the playa name Michelangelo. I will attempt to record as much as possible of my experience. Night 1. Today has been wonderful. I have met genuine people from all across America, indeed, the world. I made the acquaintance of an Italian currently based in Shanghai, trading on soy salmon futures and markets employing currencies I could scarcely believe existed. A beautiful Armenian trollop from the village of Glendale, bejeweled as if she were a Bedouin queen. Grover Norquist, too, the foe of high taxes. Only today he was doing battle with a particularly soggy pair of socks as he tried to leap, ungracefully as it turned out, to the beat of Diplo in the Marshmallow Hut. I invited a buffered young woman I met at the Crystal Castle to tell me what brought her here. What is your name and what do you do?
Nico Cheyenne, Palantir Data Analyst.
Nico, beautiful Nico, describe to me your experiences thus far.
Well, I came here in a fur car. Now, that's like a regular car, but we covered it in fur. And I came with a couple of my teammates from the Iron Box. That's what we call work. It's been great so far. I mean, I love the freedom of being out here on the playa. You can do whatever you want. I mean, everyone shares everything, and I do mean everything. And Diplo was so cool at the Marshmallow Hut. I mean, he said that he could introduce me to David Guetta if I just did a little ketamine with him and signed an NDA.
Wonderful, wonderful. Are you looking forward to anything in particular, young lady?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, definitely the sacrifices.
Night 2. Today has been something of a disaster. Not unsalvageable, but painful. The dust has been oppressive. Sometimes it feels as if every breath fills me with ancient sand, the stuff of mummies and camels, ancient wild dogs and the savage pygmies who once made these flats their violent home. I saw things today I find difficult to describe. Art that abused me. There's an evil glint in the eyes of some passerby. They eat turkey legs in a manner I can only appropriately classify as malevolent. The thumping bass of Diplo, always Diplo, ringing in my ears. I plucked my dear Cheyenne from the dance floor at the Marshmallow Hut for an interview.
Hey, Michelangelo.
Good evening, my dear. How was your day upon the plains?
I don't know. I mean, I think it was amazing. I can't really remember. There's so much fur. There's so many cool, groovy people here, so many art bikes. It's hard to believe that so many people are just so creative. I was feeling pretty down this morning because last night someone took my tent and sleeping bag and my wallet and stuff, and these guys in these art hoods with these art knives found me crying and took me to this stone thing, and we did all this stuff to this guy. We drank all his stuff, but now I feel really good. I feel pretty good now. I feel like I could do anything, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm like God, you know what I mean? I'm like God now, you know?
Night 3. I have drawn the blackout curtains on the RV's windows and added layers to the sound baffling. What I witnessed tonight haunts me like a banshee, and while I cannot hear its screams with my tissue-stuffed ears, I can feel the reverberations of its wailing in my very spirit. I have visions of writhing men and women, wet with viscous drippings, coming together and apart, and together and apart, and together and apart, and together again, with the sound of a circus idiot voiding his bowels. Diplo at the Marshmallow Hut was something I do not believe I can adequately describe. Barbaric, demonic. I'm running low on grappa. There is a banging on the windows? Is that Cheyenne?
Can I come in for a moment? Wow, it's really something in here. So dark. You should really open up those blackout curtains, let everyone see you.
Noted, my dear. Noted.
Can I tell you something amazing that happened?
My dear, relieve yourself of all worries and pains, for perhaps you might solve my wounded soul in the telling.
Everything has been so wonderful. I can't believe you're staying so cooped up in here. Like today, we fed the eater. And he was just so hungry that he kept eating, and it seemed like he was never full. Like, God, can he eat? I don't know who brings their kids to Burning Man anyway, but the eater always says,
A mother's womb is a harbor of strange delicacies. Yes, I know. I've heard that so many times on the radio here that I've grown weary of the very syllables.
Well, anyways, after we did the scything and after we dug the pit and then filled it, but you never guess with what? People here are so artistic. I mean, I can't even believe it. So much fur and now so much more leather. I mean, my teammates at Palantir are never going to believe it.
And what? What of tonight, my dear Nico Cheyenne?
Tonight, something amazing happened. We went to the Marshmallow Hut. But everyone looked so weird. Like it was like black lights shining on them, only the light bulbs were regular. It was just their skin looked like that. And everyone was throwing up all of this black stuff in these big troughs. They weren't dancing, they were just all sort of swaying there. And Diplo, he was DJing, and oh my God, it was so good. His eyes were all red, like he was wearing contacts, and his hair was crazy, like there was like static electricity everywhere. And he said that I could hang out with him if I just triple kissed with him. And this girl, he says he was going, she was going to be a supermodel once she graduates.
A triple kiss?
Yes, Diplo says he does it all the time. And so I just did it, and when it happened, I got this crazy feeling. Diplo said I looked like I was taking dark Molly. He said, I have to kiss you now, Mr. Journalist. He said it's our duty as burners to share the love we felt at the Marshmallow Hut with the whole world.
Now put down that grappa.
She's opening her mouth. My God, it's distended. Her teeth filed down to points. An ochre tongue, the stench, my God, the stench, she's, my grappa, no!
At this point, the conversation ends. After a brief moment, we can hear the sound of eating for approximately 27 minutes until the door opens and closes again. We told Le Monde that their correspondent took some bad ketamine and took off with a wook from El Cerrito. The burning of the bodies continues apace and should be finished by September 10th. Add this to the file.